Hello everyone, you're welcome to Health First on AmaSel TV. I am Alano Faustina, your host for today. Today, we are fortunate to have a very beautiful young lady who is a nursing officer at the Whole Teaching Hospital in our midst to educate us on adolescent reproductive health. Before I introduce our guest for today, I would like you to click on the subscription button, notification bell, and share this video with your friends and family. Your thoughts are also welcome. Write it in the comment button and then we will attend to you. Let's go for a teaser break. When we come back, I'll introduce our guest to you today. You are welcome from the quick break. Our guest is in our midst. She is a nursing officer at the Whole Teaching Hospital, and she is in the person of Miss Janet Akafia, aka FIA. Miss Janet, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm also doing great.
Okay.
Okay, before we go to our topic for today, I would like you to introduce yourself briefly to our viewers.
Okay, so I'm Janet Akafia, as you rightly said, aka FIA. I like to spell out that name correctly. I'm a nursing officer at Whole Teaching Hospital, and then I come from a family of 7. I'm the fourth girl. Yes. Yes, basically that's all about me.
Wow, you are the fourth.
Yes, I'm the fourth girl.
It's like a coincidence. I'm also the fourth child.
Wow. But I am Mana because I'm the fourth girl.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So before we talk about our topic, I would like to know the reason why you decided to talk about this topic today on the show.
So thank you for that question. Adolescence or adolescent health is very passionate and dear to my heart because I believe that that stage is very unique because it's preparing you to be who you are in the future or being an adult. From childhood, you know how children behave, but this period is preparing you or helping you to be an adult that you want to be. And I believe that a lot of things go into being an adult. So if that period is not well taken care of, it can affect who you will be in the future. So I believe that everyone or all of us has come on board to help this adolescent in that stage. Because I believe most people have passed through that stage and they know how it is. They have a feel of it. So they can best tell what the stage means. That's why I'm so passionate about it.
Okay, wow. Okay. I learned something just from what you said at this stage it will determine what you will be in future. Wow, so it means if you don't transit well, it can destroy your future. Is that what you mean?
WHO, World Health Organization, describe an adolescent as an individual between the ages of 10 to 19 years of age. And an adolescent is a period, okay? It's a transiting period for an individual from childhood towards adulthood. So it's a very delicate stage, okay? Because as a child, you think that as a child, when you were between the ages of let's say 0 to 9, you behave as such. But in this stage, there are so many things that have been added to you. Your physical, your mental state, your emotional, a lot has been added to that stage. Okay. So there are there's a lot of things we talk about who an adolescent is. So I'll start with their characteristics. Okay. So for an adolescent, um, as I said, there's an individual between the ages of 10 to 19 years. So that stage, there's this physical changes. So as a girl, you tend to develop breasts, you tend to have a wider shape, that is your hips become broadened. Um, you start to grow pubic hair, either under your armpits or your private parts. And then if you're a guy, you tend to have facial hair. You tend to have deep voices, yes. And then for the physical aspect, yes, for the guys as well. And they change in size and weight as well. So I saw something somewhere. They said for the children, for ladies, they start from the age of 10 to 14 years. That's their development. But the guys, they start from 12 to 16 years. So mostly you see that some, even if they are twins, you see that as a stage, the lady is developing faster than the guy. So the lady started from a very early stage before the guy started developing all these things. So the physical changes has a lot of mental effects on adolescents. To talk of having a change in your breast alone has effects on adolescents. You were born with a flat chest. All of a sudden, you started developing something there. You start asking yourself, what is this? Even though you've seen elderly people with all those changes, but you feel different. Like you are so conscious about it. I know some people who always want to touch it, some people who are scared of it and all that. So I believe that this stage we really have to talk about it so that people in that stage will know a lot about it and know how to handle it or know how to go about it. So with the breast aspects that I talked about. So with that, someone who is in that stage will get to know, okay, yes, what I'm developing is this. It is used for this. This is the use. This is what I'll use it for at this stage of my life. Or this is what I'll use it for in the next future. So they know the functions of it. So that if they go outside and someone is telling them that okay, the breast is used for this, they'll tell you no. I know about the breast. This is what it is used for. These are the functions. So the girl child knows about it to get to know. And also, one thing I want to say about the breast before we move on, it's a very sensitive part for ladies especially. Yes, and at that stage, it's even more. So if they know about it, that okay, at that point, what I'm developing, if someone touches it, I'll feel some way. Even if you don't go in depth or whatever you're feeling is just let them know that they will definitely feel something, and that is what's normal. So if they have that at the back of their mind, someone touches it when they go outside, they are okay. Like not like okay, because those times hormones are full of them. There are a lot of hormones in place. Okay. So even if they feel something, they have it in their conscious mind that it's a normal feeling. Okay. So that they don't end up going into certain things. That those ones I'll say it in my subsequent chat. That will be the adolescent health aspect. So I believe that we should let them know about it. First, like our previous years, our great grandparents, there's a period, this period they have a lot of celebrations for them. I can talk of the Dipora, I can talk of other rites that they do for young people or young individuals going into adulthood. So those times they tend to teach them, they tend to educate them on whatever they feel and all that. But I believe that now there's a lot online that they
Okay, Miss Janet, you've spoken a lot, especially with the breast. But I want to ask something pertaining to the ladies, especially having your first menstruation. Sometimes it is weird. Me, for instance, the first time I had my menses, I was like, I was even hiding it. I didn't want to go and tell my mother. So, what do you have to say about that?
okay. So that is it. I believe that if you knew about it, it wouldn't be a strange thing to you. Okay. That's why I'm advocating that we tell our real child more of this. Okay. So at some stage, now a lot of young girls start to have their menses at very early stages. 8 years, 9 years, someone has started menstruating. I remember my own. I can't really remember, but it was after 13 years, if my memory serves me right. It was after 13 years. So I'll just say that before the child gets into puberty, that is where the breast or the changes happens before the menstrual period starts. The girl child should be educated on it. Let them know that at this stage of your life. So most nowadays I see kids so happy about birthdays. So a 2 year old. So next year you'll be 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. You might start seeing these changes. So we have to play along with them so that it won't sound strange to them or making it look like okay, it's I've gotten to this stage, so they are trying to tell me this. Okay, sometimes they know about it on social media. So they don't even care whatever you are saying. But if you start with them, you get to know, okay, my mom has been telling me this, so I already know about it. So if I go outside and an outsider is telling me something else, I would confirm from my mom or my parents first before believing that outsider. So let's say at age 8, okay, so this is what you see. Now you have the opportunity to have a lot of videos. So this is what will start coming out from you. When it comes, when you see a bloody something, just come to me, see that. I'll give you this to wear, a skull pad. Like something like that to freshen their mind before they even see it. And then when they see that, you can go ahead and tell them that some school of thought says that at that stage they don't really know what is going on. I'll believe that, but in another way, it would rather be best that they know about it, if not into details, surface of it. So that I keep saying that outsiders have a great impact on children at that stage. They believe, should I say, they believe strange people than who is close to them. And let me chip in this. They tend to withdraw from their parents or people close to them if they are getting to that stage, to the adolescent stage. So they tend to get closer to people they don't even know at all. So if at that point in time you tell them they know about it, then if an outsider tells them about it, they'll say, okay, this is what my mom told me, so I'll confirm from my mom. But if they've never heard it from their parents or their elder sisters, they'll tend to believe the stranger first, even before you, the parents. So at that point, you can go ahead and tell them this blood they are seeing. Yes, you can go if you are a health related person, or if you don't know any really about health, or you just pass through it and you know that this is menses and all. You can always watch the videos online, or you go to Google and ask Google that okay, the blood is for this, is your egg, and when the egg meets with something, you can mention it, but like in a way that it won't sound so strange to them. And when the egg meets with the sperm, a baby will be formed out of it. At this stage, you are still small. There's no need for a sperm to meet your egg now. So it means that the egg will keep coming out as menses every month. Okay. And it's a stage for you to embrace. You might feel pains when you are going through it. It's normal. Menstrual pain is normal in every woman or every girl. But if it's extra or it's severe, that's when you seek medical attention. But every month is a normal period, is a normal time to go through. Okay, so that when it gets to when it comes and someone tells them, I know guys who tell ladies that those things, no outsider or no guy or nobody will tell them what I just said, and they will fall for it. So you can it's your own child. Okay, don't say that they are not old. Please, now a lot of children have Android phones. They see things even before you see it. So if they know about it and they see it, they can feel free and come and ask you. But if they don't know about it and they see it and it's strange to them, they'll be scared to rather come back to you to ask for it. So menstruation is also very serious. So you tell them when they start seeing it, these are the implications if you go and meet a guy, or if you have sex with a guy, this is what will happen. And at this stage, you are not grown enough to carry a baby in your womb. You can tell them the health implications on teenage pregnancy. Are you ready to lose your life in a nice way? So they are a little bit scared. At a point in time of my adolescent age, I felt like even if a guy touches your hand, you get pregnant. I think because of what my parents or my sisters used to tell me. So it's not like I don't mingle, but I wouldn't let you touch some private parts of me when I was in school. Because I have that feeling that I might get pregnant. Yes. So I believe that our forefathers has these laws in place. Okay. But this time the generation has changed. People tend to see things on social media even before they get to that stage. Let me put it that way. Because now we just leave our phones to our kids to hold and watch videos, whether it's bad videos or not. I remember my kid brother telling me one day that Sister Janet, I took someone's phone, one of our cousins' phone. I don't want to mention names. And then I saw this and that. And it was a porn on their phone. That time he was very young. He didn't tell me. I was like, oh, okay. Who gave you the phone? He said, oh, he just took it and was watching videos. So I keep saying that children are now seeing things even before they even know about it. So it's high time we start psyching their minds on it even before they get to that stage, so that it will be so easy for all of us in this life. Because I believe that if you know about something, you are not so ignorant about it. So when it comes your way, you know how to embrace it. But if you don't know about it and someone tells you this is it, this is the way to go, you just follow. But if you know there are two ways, if you pass it, there's a positive side. If you pass it, there's a negative side. Of course, obviously, everyone would like to pass the positive side.
Okay. The girls.
Yes.
So I want us to move to the boys aspect of it, because at times when the boys also get to the adolescent stage, some of the elderly ladies, they try to, let me say, abuse them because they don't know anything much about that. So what do you have to say about the adolescent boys?
Okay. So I want to say something. for the guys, is the same thing. I earlier on said that I was talking about the physical changes alone, but it looks like I'm entering into more of the emotional and all that. But it's all good because it links. Is a link. So for the guys, they also have the same feeling at a point in their stage when you see a boy, a little boy, when they're about to urinate. I want to put it plain. They have a little erection before the wee comes. Some of them want to keep the urine, then the thing is up. So at that stage, they don't really know what it is. So they know that okay, this is used for wee. So I keep saying that sometimes too. First, we tell them that this thing is your leg, but please tell them this is penis. This is used for this at this stage. This stage you have to use it to wee. It's like a passage of your urine. But at a certain stage of your life, it will be used for this, that. So they have it in their mind. It's already registered. That I overheard some teen groups saying that if I'm 20, I can do this. If I'm 21, I can go and visit my boyfriend. So those group of people have something registered in their mind. Is bad though in the spiritual aspect. You have to get married before you have sex. But at this stage of our lives, we tend to teach them that when they get to this stage, 24, 25, they can start having sex. It's not bad. At least they are off the teenage stage. Okay. But if you tell them that, okay, at this point of your life, when you wake up sometimes at dawn, you have an erection. And it's normal. Okay. It's normal to have that feeling. Some people tend to say that, okay, I've been having these dreams that I'm having sex with people, and when I wake up, my bed is wet. Then they go outside, people tell them that, okay, so it means you have a lot of sperm in your system, so you have to release it. How do you release it? Go and look for a girlfriend. So that's what outsiders tell them. I've had a lot of contact with adolescents, and they tell me all this. And when I was in that stage too, people tend to tell me all this, outsiders. But if I wasn't groomed or myself know that, okay, this and this causes this and that, I'll fall for it. But if they know that, okay, this is normal, when I experience that, it doesn't mean that I have a lot of sperm and I have to release it and all that. It's just a normal process. When you have a lot of sperm, it doesn't mean you are sick and all that. They will understand, and then they won't end up going around looking for someone to release it inside. Let me just put it plain like that. So I believe that the guys who need a lot of mentoring, just like how you take your girl child through, take your boy child through as well. So that when they get to a stage where an elderly woman is telling them, use this for this, they will tell you, no, this is not the right time. You get it? So, and they'll tend to inform you about it. Now, okay, this auntie told me this. But if they don't know about it from you, the parents, believe me, if they go outside and they hear it from someone, they will believe that person than you. So I'm putting it to all caretakers, all parents. It's high time we start mentoring our own children so that no outsider will dictate to our children what to do. So they also tend to have this deep voice. Some of them feel like some it's just hormonal changes. Some guys get to that stage, they still have this small voice. Then their friends will start telling them, okay, you don't know what's up, you don't know this, you don't know that. That's why your voice is not. But if they know that, okay, it's normal. Some people tend to have that tiny voice even till adulthood. They will believe you, or they will know this, and then if someone is telling them that because you don't do this, you don't have deep voice, you don't have deep voice because you don't do this and that. They will tell you it's a lie. But if they don't know, they'll tend to fall for it. Okay. Some people even tell them that if you smoke, you get that voice. So if they know about it, they will never ever fall for it. So those are the two major physical changes about guys that I really want to talk about. Their voice, the hair on their body, the hair on their chest and all that. Some people tell them that if you don't do this and that, you won't have hair on your chest. And it's a lie. Hair on your chest is hereditary. You get it from your parents or something. If you don't have hair in your family like me, there's no way you have hair on your chest. So I believe that if we talk to our kids, whoever you want your kids to be, start preparing their minds to it. And definitely it works perfectly. It works perfectly.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Please, I want to ask a question. What are some of the health conditions that affect the adolescents?
Yes, this question you asked is a broad topic on its own. Because adolescents are so prone to a lot of things. They believe in trying new things. It's not them. That's how they feel. That okay, I have to try this thing. When they see something, they want to touch it. As like kids too, the same. Kids too, that's how they behave. They want to, if they see something like radio, they want to break the radio and see what is talking inside the radio. It's a normal thing. It's a normal feeling. So adolescents want to try new things. They want to explore. Let me put it that way. So when those feeling comes, they tend to do things that affect their health. Okay, as I said, they can just be there. Someone will tell them that okay, smoking is good because they are adolescent. They are in that stage of their mind. They want to try it, and when they try it, we all know the health implications on smoking. Smoking really affects the lungs. It affects your mental development and all that. They will end up becoming um, psychiatric patients as a result of abuse of whatever they smoke. And to talk of what's the name? To also talk of um alcohol abuse and all that. And the ladies, there's some school of thought or some researchers have come up that if you have early sexual intercourse, you are at higher risks of developing cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is just cancer around the cervix, like the opening of the your uterus, and it's a dangerous thing when it's not early detected. So there are lots of health implications on adolescents. Okay, that's if they are not well coached. I think we'll get some time to go deep into only that topic, like health related issues to adolescents. That's just a surface. That's
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Janet. Thank you for your time, and we hope you see you some other time on our show.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Hello, viewers. This brings us to the end of today's edition of Health First on AmaSel TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends and family, and also, okay, next, Janet, please, what's your final words? What do you have to tell your viewers?
Okay. So I'll just say that this initiative is a good one, and I'm very passionate about adolescents, as I said. And then so I'll look forward to a lot of this. But I'll then treat all our viewers, all caretakers, all parents to come on board so that we this my vision will come to a reality where we would have competent or well taught individuals who would go through this stage successfully and become perfect adults in the future for all of us. Thank you.
Hello, viewers. This brings us to the end of today's edition on Health First at AmaSel TV. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our YouTube channel to your friends and family. Your comments are also needed. Thank you very much and see you next time on AmaSel TV. It's bye-bye.